Hello, my name is Kyle Vines. I am the founder of Cedar Vale, where we are connecting leaders, cultivating success. And it is 9:55 on the 4th of March, 2024. And we're going to talk about three main things today. This is the daily rundown. These are lessons learned from a second No Call, No Show. Looking into artificial intelligence with engineering design software, specifically Revit. And then a cool project that I found to do with my 5-year-old daughter regarding coloring and artificial intelligence. And then if you stay till the end, I do have a bonus that kind of ties a couple of those things in. So let's get started. The No Call, No Show today, that is the second one. It is a gentleman who reached out last week, did not show up for the Zoom meeting, and then today he had rescheduled and did not show up again. The thing that is funny is that he was looking for insights on efficiency, and I won't go into, you know, into what I think the causes of missing the meetings are, but I definitely believe that communication and coordination could be more efficient. So I'm not going to give up on this guy. I want to help, so I'm going to reach back out. But additionally, I am going to generate some content regarding efficiency. It'll help me consolidate my lessons learned over goodness, a lifetime, but specifically a decade of really focusing on that. And then make it available so that even if I don't get to connect with this potential client, he'll have the tools that he needs available to increase that efficiency. And then maybe one day we can hop on a call. The second thing is what I mentioned last week, which is a gentleman who actually was my daughter's flag football coach. I worked with his brother at a larger engineering firm, and then he is a BIM coordinator and works a lot in Revit. Different engineering software that he's used, he's been able to find some automation, specifically through Dynamo. But whenever he reached out to me, it was regarding artificial intelligence specifically. After a conversation today while I was waiting to pick up my daughter from kindergarten, I found that what he was really looking for were ways to automate steps in the process that are repetitive. Speaking of efficiency, I mean that's the key is how can you automate the things that you're going to be doing over and over and over again. You don't necessarily need artificial intelligence to do that. So I'm happy that I spoke to him because whenever we do a lunch, I want to be able to provide him tools that he can use immediately because I know that they have to exist even if I haven't looked into them. But it also made me think about what AI could do in those engineering design platforms. It would be the next level up. If you have predictive automation that also has knowledge of engineering design, specific jurisdiction, building code, I mean, you could load it with all the data that you have from existing builds, all your as builds, and it could identify what's worked, what's had to be upgraded, and then predict how to make a system or structure or whatever it needs to be that much more. I want to use the word efficient again, but not necessarily because it would just get you to that 75, 85%. And then you would be able to rework it and make sure that everything actually does work. But it would do a lot of the heavy lifting from maybe junior engineers and allow a firm to get a nearly finished product in front of a PE much faster without having to have the middle component of a engineering lead necessarily involved if you have that data built into the system through an artificial intelligence where a designer could just pick it up and run with it. I went on a bit further than I expected with that, but that piques my interest. So very, very neat. All right, next topic there. Speaking of artificial intelligence, there is this neat thing that I discovered I could do this weekend whenever my wife and I were just hanging out with the kids. My daughter was asking for coloring sheets from a movie that we had just watched called Fernando about a bull. I can show you that now. And then my daughter asked for my wife to also get a coloring sheet for my son, a dinosaur. He loves dinosaurs. He is 2.5 years old. And so Google search found an image. But I thought, you know what? Our kids are way more creative than that. Is there a way to use artificial intelligence, specifically what I standard is my standard go-to, which is OpenAI's GPT-4, and then the additional GPTs that are built into that. So I looked for that. I found the image generator, and then I said, "Hey, Kaya, what do you want it to make for you?" And she said, "A unicorn with a pet unicorn eating a potato." And I'm happy to say that is exactly what we got. Uh, Today, she wanted a lava monster with her two brothers, and that is what we got. So, a really neat way to entertain kids and allow their imaginations to run wild, and then have a project that they are invested in coloring and maybe keeps their attention a bit longer. So that was a really neat thing. The bonus now. So while I was in there this evening, working on not really working on anything. I was just cleaning up what I had done with Kaya regarding those coloring sheets and just downloading the images, the ones I wanted to save and all that. I thought, you know what? Maybe I was talking to Kim, but we were talking about our kids' contact information or something in regards to that. So it popped into my mind. Could we generate a QR code with contact information that we could just have printed and with our kids in their pocket, in a bracelet, whatever it may be, etched into something. I don't know. But just a QR code that somebody could just take a picture with their phone and get my phone number, my wife's phone number, our emails, our address, whatever it may be, her doctor's phone number. So I asked GPT-4 if it could do that, and it could. So I was able to generate that. I did have to ask it to format it specifically for iPhones, but it worked. And you just took a picture of it, and all the contact information for our daughter came up. It just said daughter's emergency contact information, and then pulled it right up there. So that was a neat little bonus, just playing around with what different AIs can do if you kind of push them a little bit to do interesting things. So that was the day. It is Monday, and we covered lessons from a no call, no show. I'm not going to give up on him. I am going to generate the content that he needs to be more efficient if he makes actionable items out of it. And then looking at artificial intelligence with engineering design software, it's actually not necessarily artificial intelligence that this gentleman was looking for. It's just automation of repetitive tasks. But if you could build an AI with all of the backend knowledge that it needs to successfully complete an engineering drawing set that meets particular building requirements or client standards, then that would be awesome. And then the last thing was the coloring sheets for the kids using AI, which is really, really neat. And then the bonus was the QR codes for our contact information that our kids could keep on them. So that was it for today. Again, it is Monday, the 4th of March, and follow along, keep up, and I will keep y'all updated. On the Cedar Vale front, sent follow-up emails today on the job front, also sent follow-up emails and applied to additional positions, so still looking for stuff there. And then Still need to work on the wireframing and some organizational stuff that is in the works right behind me here during the day. But keep up, follow along, like, subscribe, all that stuff if you're into it. Thanks for making it this far.